I'm Crypto Kip, and today we got a lot to cover, a lot of exciting things. A lot of people out there in the crypto community is wondering when will the next big pump be. A lot of people in the CRO fam wondering when will the next big leg up happen for CRO Coin. And today we're going to tell you exactly what you need to be looking out for. There's a couple things you got to keep your eyes on here. Tomorrow, especially a big day with the Fed coming out with the interest rate hike. What is Federal Chair Jerome Powell going to do? How are the markets going to react? We're going to talk about that. We're also going to give you guys another crazy story about Sam Bankman-Fried. And of course, look at what to expect for crypto.com prices, CRO Coin, and the rest of the crypto markets as we are getting ready for the Bitcoin halving in 2024 and the bull run. It should be right around the corner. And of course, I am joined by my partner in crime on the channel, Blacksea. How you doing, brother?
Doing great, guys. Looking forward to the stream. Looking forward to talking about all the up and coming things happening in the crypto space. Happy to be here.
Absolutely good times ahead here for the crypto markets. A lot to cover, so let's get into it without further ado. If you haven't done so already, make sure you smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're doing 5 videos every day, 2 live streams every single week at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn on the notification bells to stay up to date with that. When we hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel, we're giving away free money, $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, and a loaded lion at 25,000 subs. So a lot to be excited about, guys, especially this crypto market cap. I guess let's start off, Blacksea, with Bitcoin looking at 23K. You know, we dipped down a little bit yesterday. Ethereum was above 1,600, dipped down. Looks like it's making its way back up, as well as the overall crypto market cap. Now, I got to ask you, Blacksea, a lot of people were getting a little spooked in the market yesterday. Was it warranted? Was there reason for it? Or what are you seeing based on where we're at right now in these market cycles? You know, is this bear market over, or, you know, was it a bull trap, or what's going on?
I think that a lot of people are kind of a lot of people are already conditioned by, oh, we're coming up, so that means we got to come down. And I think there was a lot more panic than I would have liked to see in the market the other day. Well, actually, I'm happy to see it because that to me tells me that there's disbelief in the market, and disbelief is the beginning of a bull market. So I'm happy about that, but at the same time, guys, you need to just take a step back. We're looking good here. We could come down a little bit more, sure, but we're consolidating still at 23,000 right now. That's really healthy. It's really nice.
Yeah, and we've been watching this breakout on this overall market cap, this $1 trillion threshold, guys. We talk about it every day on the channel now. We broke above it. I was not counting it out of the question for it to hit $1 trillion, and I'm still not going to count it out of the question. So even though yesterday was a little bit scary for some people with this, you know, oh, what is it, a $30 billion crash in the market? It's a 2% retracement, 4% retracement on Bitcoin after a 40% Bitcoin upward month. You know, I am not even like phased by this anymore, right? We had so much upside, just a little bit of downside. And guys, I wouldn't be surprised to see a bounce off $1 trillion still, but that being said, you know, we got to keep an eye out for what happens with Federal Chair Jerome Powell. All things considered, you got to think about where we're at in the market, folks. And you got to look at not only the year to date, you know, we have a clear upward trend, but look at the all-time charts for crypto. Eventually we come back up, folks. You've seen it. You know, if you've been in the space, then you know it. If you haven't been in the space, then you just got to look back at the history and know there's bull markets followed by bear markets, and then more bull markets followed by bear markets, and we're waiting for the next bull market. Federal Chair Jerome Powell is going to be coming out with this news. Now, we'll get more into it in a second, but your quick take on it, Blacksea. I mean, are you bullish? I mean, does he scare the markets, or does he push us higher?
I mean, I feel like the second he opens his mouth, the markets start freaking out and start dumping and just getting all those beautiful scam wicks out of the way when he first starts talking. And if for some of you that don't know what scam wicks are, it's basically when when the price moves, say like 5% in a minute, and then just immediately gets erased the next minute. And basically that tends to happen when he speaks. But I'm leaning bullish. But I will say that more and more people thinking that there's going to be a 0.25 basis rate point hike, to me, kind of makes me think that instead of having a big rally off of that news, if it does happen, that might be priced in, which would be kind of unfortunate, because then if you look at the other side of it, if that is priced in and he comes out with a 0.5 basis rate point hike, well then, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be kind of bearish.
Right. And I mean, I know what you mean when you say bearish. You mean, short term, maybe midterm, but long term, looking out for the next bull run. Obviously, we're feeling bullish, but yeah, I mean, hey, if he comes out and he goes 0.5%, of course, like I wouldn't be surprised to see us touch back down to, 18.5, kind of hit this floor right here. But I was very optimistic to see at least that, this kind of came down leading up to this FOMC meeting. This is going up. I wouldn't be surprised personally, Blacksea, to see, this take a move, kind of test this 25.3 level right around when he's supposed to speak tomorrow. And then as soon as he speaks, I mean, I totally expect to see a huge, well put, scam wick. And it's dangerous to leverage trade around these announcements from Fed Chair Jerome Powell. But if you do want to do it and you want to take the risk, we got links down for you below. Free money when you sign up for BitGet, a great leverage trading platform. But be careful, guys. I expect some very, very intense volatility around that. But if we see that scam wick, Blacksea, and he goes 0.25%, you think we scam wick and then continue, or do you genuinely think it is priced in? Do you think like we need something else to come along, or maybe we just go sideways?
I think that you're pretty spot on with the $25,000 mark. I think that there's a good chance that we make our way up there, but that's based on the small margin of if it's priced in or not, if a 0.25 is priced in or not. I mean, I've just been starting to see in the past day or so people calling for a 0.25, which is very intriguing, curious, a little bit worrisome, because based on the previous meeting, I didn't really necessarily think that that was like a given, and a lot of people are starting to think that that's a given. And in the previous meeting, the 0.5 basis rate point hike definitely was priced in, and it was kind of a sell the news event. Unfortunately, we kind of came down a little bit. And it took a couple days. Then obviously we had this huge rally, which was awesome. And when I say huge, I mean from the 17,000 to basically where we're at now. But yeah, I think there's a good chance that's priced in, and I also think that we could, if it's not priced into the T, then I think $25,000 is a great target to reach.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. And if we do reach this, and man, if we break above that, Blacksea, I'd be so excited. I mean, I think
yeah, definitely.
We're getting right back here to this, bunch of candles over here, $28,000 to $30,000, and then then the fight begins again, right?
Yeah, exactly. Then we look at the next levels, and then the next levels, and the next thing you know, we're retesting the $64,000, $69,000 macro top of the previous cycle.
Right, or hey, maybe we hit 30, we come back down to 25, and then just kidding, back up to 69, and it's a fun journey, guys. But I saw the fear yesterday. Blacksea and I talked about it. We saw the fear yesterday in the downward movement. Just stay steady, guys. You're here for long term. If you made it through the bloody streets of the bear market and you bought the dip, congratulations, you're already a winner. And there's a lot more winning ahead. We're gonna win so much you're gonna get tired of winning. That's
oh no, never get tired of winning. No. Come on now.
We're never tired of winning here at the Crypto Report. Ethereum's looking good. Binance coin's doing really good, right above $300. That was an important level for it to reclaim. Super excited to see that. Ripple, up 3% today. Good news we'll talk about in a bit for the SEC and, for Ripple in its fight against the SEC. Actually, SEC's losing some cases. We'll talk about that one in a bit, Blacksea. But Dogecoin, I want to pick your brain on Dogecoin here in a little bit, but let's take a peek at CRO Coin. CRO fam, smash up the like button for some CRO Coin action. Blacksea, I've just been tweeting about it. I've been excited about it. I've been eager beaver for this 12-cent level. Tell me, why aren't we getting this 12-cent level yet? What is the deal?
We're cooking, definitely. We're definitely consolidating, and honestly, I think it all lays on. I know you guys don't want to pay attention to it, but it all lays on the S&P 500 in the traditional market. I think when we fully break out of that formation that we are in, it's a descending channel on the S&P 500. Once we break up above it, I think it's game on for risk on assets, and Bitcoin will start to reach the $30,000 mark from that risk on asset rally, and then I think fair value CRO Coin is here, and it'll be here to stay for a while as we accumulate even higher.
I think that's well said. Not a lot of people in the crypto space like to look at the traditional markets, but we do have to keep in mind, guys, that we got to take it all into mind. We got to look at the FOMC announcements. We got to look at the traditional market and what it's doing. We got to look at inflation, obviously, what's going on with inflation. We got to keep an eye on the overall crypto market cap, not just CRO Coin. And so it does look like we're stuck. But if that S&P 500 breaks out, if the crypto market breaks out, you know that CRO Coin's going to go up. And we do know that this is this value we've been waiting for right around this 12-cent level. So what do you have to look out for leading up to this? A breakout on the S&P 500, a breakout on the crypto market cap, guys. Fed Chair Jerome Powell could even alone really be the catalyst to drive all of that up. If you really want to think about it, I'm pretty excited, guys. This is really what I'm looking out for, and I'm curious what you guys are looking out for in the chat. Do got Benny Blue Eyes, Let's Go Crow, Slay Maven in the chat. Good to have you guys. Good to have you, Nazar, my homie. Good to see you. We got the whole Crow fam in there. Smash up the like button, guys, and let's talk crypto. Let's talk crypto. Now, Blacksea, I shared this one on one of my videos the other day, and we talked briefly about it before we hopped in, but how good is it to see this tweet from CZ here? You want to talk a little bit about it for the Crow fam?
Yeah, I think it's really, really, it's awesome to talk about and investigate the 4-year cycle. But what's really, really awesome is to see really big players in the crypto space, in the crypto ecosystem, like CZ, like Chris Marszalek, and some of these other players like Vitalik Buterin talking about the 4-year cycle is very, very important. And, I really like that they're talking about as if, this is something to look at. If they're talking about this is important and everyone else is talking about saying this is important, well, then maybe it's something to take a deeper look into. And quite frankly, leading into the previous bull market top of 69,000, I thought for sure that the 4-year cycle potentially was broken because we didn't reach 100,000. But when we started to zoom out and see how it all played out and how we slowly, literally over a course of a year, started to bottom out, the 4-year cycle is fair game. The 4-year cycle is pretty much the most consistent thing when it comes to Bitcoin, which is quite fascinating. And I love to see these players talking about it.
It is super exciting. I mean, and a lot of people, there's this, we talk a lot about this disbelief phase, and it's true. Like, people do give up on crypto. I mean, people watching this video right now, I assume you guys are some of the strong, or maybe you're trying to gain your strength again to start buying crypto as we get towards this next bull market. But these bear markets are brutal and they scare people out. Negative 58%, downward movement in 2014, 2018, negative 74. 2022 was a tough year. It's 64% losses for the year on Bitcoin, and that's just Bitcoin, right? Don't even think about altcoins. You're looking at 90% losses on altcoins almost across the board. When it comes to Binance is an exception, actually. CZ's done a great job. You got to give him credit. CRO Coin took a big dip, but it gave us a great buying opportunity. And of course, we see it as a huge competitor against CZ and Binance for the future. Not to say they'll put them out of business, but we want to have more players in the space. And guys, I mean, here's something I want to talk about, Blacksea. And by the way, I see Texas Crypto. Sorry I left you out. Texas Crypto, good to have you, brother, in the chat. Sorry I missed you there. But one thing I want to talk about, Blacksea, is a lot of people talk about diminishing returns in these crypto markets, and that's definitely true. And I'm not trying to discredit that, but I want to point something out here for you and talk about it with you, and then I want to see, I want to hear what everybody has to say in the chat section. But obviously, 2010, 275% gains. 2011, 1,300% gains for Bitcoin. 5,000% gains in 2013. Okay, those are insane. Next bull cycle, big gains as well. 3,600, 1,300 again. Now we look at 2019. It gets a little bit lower from 2019 to 2021. And now we look at 2023, and this is just January, already printing 38% gains. It's insane. And here's where I'm going to pivot to, and I want to look at it. First of all, we know logarithmically, this is going up over time, right? Diminishing returns, you can't discount them, right? They're a thing. but we're still low. But here's the thing, and here's the question I have for you. You know, yesterday we were actually going down, but before we moved down in the market, January for 2023 was up above 40%. It was at 45% gains for Bitcoin in January. What you're looking at, folks, is January, February, March, April, the whole entire year for all the years in Bitcoin's history. You got the last 10 years right here. And the best year, the best month of January for Bitcoin in its history was in 2013 at 44%. Yesterday, Blacksea, we were above that. I did a video. I had a snapshot of it in my video. And then, of course, after I put out the video talking about the Bitcoin record for the month of January, it came back down just a touch. Do you think there are more records yet to be had for Bitcoin? That's my big question.
Well, I'll definitely say, looking at that 4-year chart that CZ put out, you know, that goes to say that the next 3 years we're going to be having this year, next year, and the following year potentially is all going to be annual. There's going to be gains. Which is absolutely absurd to think about. And if you're buying right now, that means you have at least a year to 2 years of profit, which is absurd. Sure, there's diminishing returns, but I don't know where else you can get returns that come even close to Bitcoin. It's absolutely absurd. But I do have to say, shout out to Nazar becoming a member. Super excited about that. That's awesome. But I'm happy to have you, Nazar. That's huge.
Welcome, my brother.
But I will say that January we almost had. Well, let's just be frank here. Great start to the new year. Great start.
Great. It's fantastic. I mean, guys, and it's still not over, right? You know, look out tonight. I mean, this monthly candle closes. I think it closes at 7:30. So, you know, most likely we don't get a pump getting us back to that record status. But know that we were there, guys, and know that you know, though people, and maybe you haven't bought crypto yet if you're watching this, know for the people that are out there saying it's too late. This is the big point I can't get over is, you know, it's not too late. You know, maybe you're not going to get this 172% gains in the month of March that we had in 2013. And maybe you're not going to get a 500% gain in the month of November from 2013. But guys, I mean, look back and you can still see insane months, you know, back in 2020, a 46% gain, you know, in December, and now in January, a 39% gain. We could still see, you know, 20%, 30, 40, maybe 50, possibly even 60% gain months. We're probably going to see some red months. You know, there's never been a year where Bitcoin goes up the entire year. So, you know, make sure you guys are buying low, selling high, and preparing yourself for the true bull market that comes. And CZ did a great job of laying it out here. You nailed it, Blacksea. And yeah, I mean, this Bitcoin chart, the logarithmic regression band for this is insane. And I had a question the other day that I want to throw at you. Somebody in the chat asked, when do I want to sell in these phases, right? So the blue band, basically a fire sale. This greenish band, buy, accumulate, still cheap, hodl. Is this a bubble? FOMO intensifies. Which band are you looking at, Blacksea, to start considering taking profits? Do you have any kind of idea, or is it too soon for you to tell?
I will give you from my standpoint right now and my strategy as of right now, probably will end up changing the closer we get to the price targets of where I think, okay, we're probably going to come down a little bit. But as of right now, I would probably like to start taking profit of honestly, probably at the hodl level, but I mean, not significant profit, but just little portions at a time. One of my favorite things to do, especially when it comes to altcoins, is if something doubles, I take half off. And now it's basically quote unquote free money, but it's your profit. Then if it doubles again, I take another half off when it comes to altcoins. And probably what I'll be doing with those profits is probably putting them back into Bitcoin. But when Bitcoin starts to get to the levels of, let's say, FOMO intensifies, or is this a bubble, that's when I'll probably start taking profits out of Bitcoin. And but leading up to that, I will be exiting altcoin positions and consolidating them into Bitcoin and Ethereum even. And as we get closer and closer to the top, you know, it's extremely difficult to time the top, folks. But as we get closer and closer to that, that's when I'll probably start exiting portions out of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I will also like to preface that I will always hold Bitcoin and Ethereum regardless of the price
Yeah.
or where we have gone, just because there's always a pump around the corner with Bitcoin.
Yep, absolutely. And I love that answer. I mean, I think it's well said. Guys, it is, people have a hard time holding a lot of Bitcoin. I feel like a lot of people really get dollar signs in their eyes. They see the altcoins, they see the opportunities. We love CRO Coin here on the channel, but I will be taking profit in CRO Coin as this market moves upward. And I love the answer. You're looking at the yellow band. Yeah, I mean, as we start to get up to that yellow band, into it, and then trying to break out past it, that's really when the profit taking for me is going to be beginning as well. I don't think, I should really be almost entirely out of my altcoin positions around seriously sell. I don't really want to be holding those positions around that. And you could say, well, hey, some of the best gains are there. Sure. But the biggest risk is also up there. So, let's make sure we're doing it right, folks. We look at the history of this asset. Let's make sure that we take profits. If you had taken profits in this yellow over here, it went back down to the blue. You could have bought again before the halvening. Halvening occurs and you had another bull run. You could have had insane gains back from 2017 to 2021, really, on that price move. So keep an eye on it and stay posted with us here at the Crypto Report. Turn on the notification bell. Make sure you guys are up to date with everything's going on. If you want to become a member like Nazar, and so good to have you, Nazar. You've been so dedicated to the channel. We've seen you in the chat every single live stream. Turn on the notification bell, folks, if you want to get in it like Nazar. And if you want to become a member like Nazar, there's a link in the description down below for you to join as a member. You get access to the awesome emojis. We do have an exclusive Discord for the members on the channel, and you do get extra entries towards our giveaways that are coming in. I know Blacksea loves to give away some free stuff.
Yeah, definitely, guys. There's many more giveaways to come. And also, hit that like button. We got 38 viewers, only 9 likes. Let's get that likes up to 20, guys. Come on, let's go. But I do want to interject on what you were saying as we were talking about profit taking. And, I do want to say that everybody has a different strategy, and that's okay. And not everybody should follow the same strategy. Because say maybe you want to buy a house. Maybe you want to invest in a different asset. Maybe you want to go on a vacation. And, taking profit might let you do that. And maybe the appropriate thing is to take profit before someone else wants to take profit. Because maybe I want to sell at, is this a bubble? And maybe you want to take a vacation when we're at on HODL. It's different for everybody. But I will say, base your strategy on what you personally want to achieve, and don't let anybody else tell you otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely. Come up with a strategy, guys, and stick to it. Stick to it. Be open to new information, guys, of course, but pick a strategy and stick to it. Do not make the mistake that so many have made in the history of this asset, and just never take profit. You got to take profit at some point, guys. Hey, even if you want to leave a half on the table, just take something at some point, guys. We'll talk more about that. We're not even really to the craziness yet. We still got so much more upside ahead of us, guys. I'm excited to see what comes in February. We're going to start February tomorrow. I'm so excited, Blacksea. I mean, I just can't wait. And I know Nazar can't wait either. That's why he's getting in to the channel crew. It's good to have some more family members here. And I like what Slay Maven said. I don't know if you saw this one, but crow slam that like button, everybody. Crow slam
well said.
That's good.
Well said.
So I don't know if everybody saw this one, but this was a pretty crazy story. So there's a crypto project that was in battle with the SEC. Something else to keep your eye on, guys. Something else to look out for. The fight of the SEC against crypto. The SEC settled on a security claim in the LBRY, the library case. This is a crypto project, and this is a big win for crypto. Yeah, I mean, I love this article. This is well said, and it's so true. The story, guys, is this project was in battle against the SEC, and people didn't know whether this was going to be considered a security or not. And actually, the SEC originally had won this case. But then Library, the team, actually ended up filing an appeal and going back to court for this, and then ended up winning this case. And they are now not deemed a security. And the SEC was incorrect in its accusations in calling them that. And why this is so big is because right now Ripple is one of the biggest tokens. It's in the top 10 tokens still, which is mind-blowing, to be honest with you guys. It's mind-blowing that Ripple's still in the top 10 coins. There is a case going on, and they're trying to deem it a security. They're trying to deem Ethereum a security. A case like this and a win for crypto, and a loss for the SEC makes me feel really, really good about the prospect of, Ethereum not being deemed a security and Ripple not being deemed a security. And if the SEC can't do this, they can't rein in their regulatory regime here on crypto, then we get to keep playing our game, which is, decentralization, lighten the regulation. We don't want to overregulate it. Does this get you excited, Blacksea? Do you see something big in this, or?
Yeah, I think this is really, really huge, actually. I think this is absolutely massive because when do you ever hear about people beating, quote unquote, government organizations? It's very, very good to see this, that they were not wrongfully accused, but they passed the test, they passed the test. And, to me, I've been thinking a lot about how if Ripple fails to be proven as not a security, it is really bearish for the crypto space. And if Ripple proves to not be a security, well, then that's going to be absolutely massive for the crypto space. Like you said, because guess what? That means Ethereum's not a security. Yep. And that will start kind of the staple of, it's kind of almost like, the first thing that comes to my mind is about how for years and years and years, the mile record for running a mile was the 5-minute mile was never broken. It was never broken. Nobody thought it was possible to run underneath a 5 or a 4-minute mile until one day somebody did. And then the day after that, 18 other people did it. It's kind of almost like that. And it's pretty crazy that we're comparing something like that to a government organization like this. But you know what? It's just time for that. It's just time for these changes to be made and for people to see, hey, you know what? Sometimes the government doesn't know what they're actually talking about.
Yeah, and we definitely know that the SEC, of all of the regulatory bodies in, the United States government, at least, they probably have the least strong position to be coming in and chiming in on what they think should be happening for crypto. Why? Of course, because we know that Gary Gensler and FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried were talking months ahead of this huge fraud that was Sam Bankman-Fried's, fraud and scandal, right? So this is good to see. You know what? Gary Gensler needs a reality check, and today he got one. This is great to see. And to your point, great point there on Ripple. If Ripple loses their case, yeah, I do agree with you. It's bearish. But I'll also say this, Blacksea, just like anything really in the crypto space, I mean, I don't think, first of all, that crypto is going anywhere. And I do believe almost entirely, with the exception of specific projects that I think, might die, but I do believe almost in its entirety that any bearish event and anytime there's blood in the streets, though it might be bearish in that moment, leads me to want to buy more. If I see Ripple, lose the case and the crypto markets crash, I look at that still as a buying opportunity because, just because the SEC wants to claim something as security, we still got to determine, what does that actually mean for the asset? And not a lot of people are talking about what that is. And there's really not a lot of clarity on what that is right now, frankly, which is just very interesting. But I think it's going to be kind of like, an FTX collapse, if you will, right? Just because FTX was bad and they did something wrong doesn't mean that crypto's dead, right? But the markets got scared.
Spot on. I think you're spot on with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be excited to, if it did happen, I'd be sad for the Ripple Army. I mean, I think it's really cool. I think it's a great project. I think a lot of people are excited about it. I want to see them make millions on it if they can. But, I still don't even think it'd be over for Ripple. I think it'd just be a, downward turn. And maybe
I would like to say something about it because, you are spot on with that because let's just say that the SEC comes out and says, yes, Ripple is a security, case closed. That doesn't mean that Ripple's going to die. Yeah. It doesn't mean that Ripple's going to disappear. Right. Honestly, maybe it will be like, all right, now we can finally move on from this chapter, and now we can finally start something else. And next thing you know, Ripple is massive. You
Yep.
know, it could be as simple as that. Maybe that's what they need to happen. Just saying, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to watch, guys, and we're going to keep doing it. I mean, I know there's a lot of Ripple folks out there. A lot of people love XRP. So we'll keep an eye on it, guys. We'll keep an eye on it for you. But big news there. Dogecoin. I did a video on Dogecoin today. Blacksea, I couldn't help it, guys. We have added more than just Crow content. We love Crow. We are one of the biggest supporters of the Crow fam. I got a big old bag of Crow that I love. I got my tonic tokens. I love the ecosystem for Cronos, but we cannot ignore the rest of the crypto market. So we add in Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu videos. We're going to add in a bunch of other projects. And if you have other projects you want us to cover, ask us about them in the chat right now. You know, leave us a super chat. Ask us about your favorite project that we haven't talked about maybe. But we had to talk about Dogecoin today. Why? Because today it went flying up 10%. You know, and actually they note in this article, this was super funny to me, Dogecoin has surged more than 30% so far in 2023. That's really exciting and it's really cool. And so is this Dogecoin pump, but Bitcoin's up 40%, you know? So
Yeah, how about that?
So Dogecoin has been waiting for Elon Musk news and more Twitter news. But, you know, meanwhile, it did get a little bit of a catch-up day because there is more talk about a potential Twitter crypto wallet. And this is what people are looking out for. And then on top of that, I want to get your take on Doge overall, Blacksea. But what do you think about this? Dogecoin might shift to proof of stake from proof of work. Can you talk us through what that means for you? You know, meme coins, not meme coins, proof of stake to proof of work, vice versa. What do you think?
Well, I'll definitely say that in my video today, I actually spoke about some meme coins. And I thought it was fascinating that Dogecoin was pumping while the market was consolidating. And I thought it was also fascinating how some of these meme coins are still around. And what I really pulled from that is that basically the tension that is being held throughout this bear market is fascinating. And I really think that what the answer that I get out of that is that I think that this next bull run might be absolutely massive. We're seeing massive institutional adoption happening throughout this bear market in particular.
Yep.
And I think that come the next bull market will be kind of the time where we have some huge moves, And when it comes to Dogecoin shifting to proof of stake, what does it mean for the miners? I think probably nothing. For the miners, sure, that might make them lose some money, but for Dogecoin, I don't think that means anything other than Elon Musk is allowed to pump it because it fits the green narrative, even though we're not even talking about that anymore. I mean, I don't even really remember the last time I heard the whole Bitcoin is bad for the environment narrative. It's been a while. But the meme coins holding up as well as they are right now is something to pay attention to because that means that the attention is there. The attention is there throughout this bear market, and I think it means that it might be fuel, like it might be dynamite for this bull market come when Bitcoin really starts to move. Yeah,
I'm pretty excited still about Dogecoin. I mean, I'll tell you, like this proof of stake thing would be, I think, good for the long term of the project. You know, if it's trying to stick around and trying to stay relevant, first of all, they need to do more for the utility of the token. So we still have yet to see more of that. I know there's some things out there, folks, but we need to see some real utility, something actually, you know, meaningful for Dogecoin. You know, the Twitter wallet and tipping features on Twitter could be that. But proof of stake would be a good move in the right direction. But what I'll say is, you know, you think this is a big pump because people are speculating that Elon Musk might integrate Dogecoin into a potential crypto wallet that may or may not come. What if he actually tweeted about it? You know, we don't even have a tweet from him today that caused this pump. Imagine if Elon did tweet it out. And so really, if I'm looking at Dogecoin, I'm wondering, you know, should I have some Dogecoin and what would I do with it if I did have some Dogecoin and how much of it should I have? Well, first of all, I'm not going to have a lot of Dogecoin in my portfolio personally. You know, do your own research on that. But I'm going to look out for another Elon Musk tweet as I hold on to a little bit of Dogecoin. And if that huge pump comes, guys, I'm going to sell it. You know, I'm going to sell it. Now, could Dogecoin hit $1? I don't see any reason why it couldn't. You know, I expect the crypto markets to get above $10 trillion one day in the future, maybe in the next bull run, maybe not. But if you know, you get crypto at a $10 trillion market cap and Dogecoin's ranked number 9, you could easily have a 10x on Dogecoin, no problem. But it's good to see, and for the miners, it's the same conversation with Ethereum. To your point, yeah, Blacksea nailed it. Yeah, they're going to probably lose a little bit of money, but, same thing with Ethereum. Like, that FUD went away. Nobody really cares. I mean, it's not really about the miners. It's about the actual blockchain. It's about the actual, does it work? Is the proof of stake working, right? Is the proof of work working, and what's best for the project? And environmentally friendliness, that's good. But could you imagine an Elon tweet? I mean, what kind of pump you think we could see if Elon did come out and say, Twitter wallets are coming for crypto, and by the way, Dogecoin's one of 3 coins. You got Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin.
Yeah, I think that'd be absolutely massive. All I'm thinking about is how it was back in the bull market, the previous bull market, and when Elon would say anything about coins at all, and next thing you know, Dogecoin is up 50%. It's crazy, and I think, I mean, I will say this. I think. I know this sounds crazy. I'm a pretty conservative Bitcoin and crypto investor, but I will say that I think there is a place in everyone's portfolio for a little bit of meme coins. Yeah. Do I think a big amount? No, but I think that there is a place because, guys, there is money to be made in meme coins. There is definitely 100%. Money to be made in meme coins, but I'll tell you what right now, the money that I have allocated to meme coins, when that goes up, regardless of the Bitcoin cycle, I'm taking profits, regardless of where it is. Yep. If it doubles, I take profit, no matter what.
Taking profit from the meme coins and getting some more Bitcoin or maybe a brand new car. We'll see, guys. We'll see. I'm really excited. I mean, I think Dogecoin could have some more skyrocketing price. And Shiba Inu is Shibarium. Don't ignore them, guys. Don't ignore them. And Nazar, great question, by the way. I got to acknowledge it. How about covering gaming coins at some point, such as Gala, Sand, Mana, Engine? Ooh, Engine. You got me going on Engine. Yeah, I was really excited about Engine in the last bull market. There was a big metaverse and a big gaming token, rush in the last bull market. And I do think it's going to come again. And we'll talk more about those as it goes on. But I'll just say this, Nazar, those are 4 great picks, really. I mean, I really like those, continue to do your research. We'll try to cover those a little bit more for you guys
I would love to cover some of the gaming coins. I think it's really fascinating. I love those coins. I think that there's a big future for them.
Yeah. Yeah, and a coin like Engine's got a really low market cap. I mean, that could have a lot of upside, but I think, I'm always looking for something that's a little more established too, at least for the bigger piece of my say you're trying to get a portion of your portfolio, you want to put it in gaming, right? Or metaverses. Well, then I'm going to always put, just like Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Majority of the portfolio should be Bitcoin. Then, the second biggest majority should be Ethereum. And then from there, you kind of take your higher cap altcoins and you kind of have allocations based on that. Out of those picks, Engine would be my smallest bag, right? And probably Sand would be one of my bigger, along with Gala, and then Mana, and then probably Engine least, because, more upside, more risk. So keep that in mind, guys. But great projects, Nazar. Great projects. Love it. Let's talk a little bit of FTX and SBF, Blacksea. I know this gets our blood boiling. SBF attempted to regain control of bankrupt crypto exchange. We're not really surprised to see this. But earlier this month, we knew that they recovered $5 billion in cash and other liquid assets. But the founder, SBF, tried to stop bankruptcy proceedings in the U.S. in November to transfer assets from his crypto exchange to foreign regulators. He wanted an escape route, and he thought that foreign regulators, would be lenient in treatment to him, allowing him to regain control of FTX. I mean, are you surprised or?
Yeah, not surprised, literally for a second. No. I mean, of course he's going to try to get more of your money. Of course he's going to try to have access to it. I don't know. I just would like to see him go away. I would like to just be done with this whole FTX thing, because the longer he lingers, the more likelihood he's going to say something and bring the markets down, or even keep pushing his regulations somehow, even though he's a blatant criminal. It's just, come on already. Yeah. Like, get out of here. We don't want you here anymore. It's time for you to go. Pack your bags. Let's go.
I'm so sick of it. And I really wish that his trial would come up sooner. But I talked a little bit about this in a video I think I did yesterday about FTX. And I didn't even know this until yesterday, but you've obviously got FTX International, right? You've got FTX US. Well, there's like FTX Turkey, and apparently there's like 126 different FTX entities. And so I think the reason this court case is going to go on for so long, and we're not even going to hear about it until October again, and we're just going to hear about it every day until October, is because he did a great job in making it so complicated that nobody can understand it, including himself. Or maybe he does understand it and he wants us to believe that he never did, which is probably the most likely scenario. But it's a twisted web. We're all sick of it. FTT tokens pumping, and it makes me sick.
Yeah, honestly, whenever I open up the crypto heat map and I see it, I just am like, come on. Like, guys, don't lose your money, please.
Smash up the like button if you hate SBF. Let's just put it that way, guys. X out of the chat. If you're on your mobile, hit the like button and hop back into the chat. And then let me know let me know your fine words you might have for SBF. I want to see. I want to see in the chat. You know what? Hey, Blacksea, can you put up a poll real quick and say, I want to know, do people think that he's guilty or not guilty? Can we ask?
Yeah, let me do that. That's curious. I wonder.
All right.
Let me see.
Let's see what we got out there. JG, good to have you in the chat. We're watching as usual from London. Good to have you. Chef Bunny. I know I'm not saying your name right. I don't understand how, but you said last time I wasn't. I don't know. Michael Artezi, good to have you in the chat. We got the whole fam. Smash up the like button, folks. Good to have the crew here with us. Look out, guys. Coming up, this is something to look out for. Federal Pol is going to probably trigger a healthy pullback, like we said. Look out for the scam wicks, guys. This is what people are predicting. But a lot of people are saying expectations are firmly centered on the Fed to slow pace to 25 basis points, which would be great. And people are saying, more downside could come because if Powell acknowledges the recent softening in inflation and economic activity, bolstering markets' hopes for an early pivot towards easing. People are thinking this could cause some downside. I really think the biggest thing here is just this basis point. It says it all. And then eventually we can start tapering, hopefully. Hopefully we can actually start reversing these interest rates and start lowering them in the future. But I'd be really excited to see that, guys. Britain's coming in with crypto regulation, so that's good to see. But I want to just note, why is that good, Crypto Kip? Well, just look at the last little bit in this article. These proposals will place responsibility on crypto trading venues for defining the detailed content requirements for admission and disclosure documents, ensuring crypto exchanges have fair and robust standards. The ministry said. So, UK just told us that crypto exchanges, as long as they're doing things the right way, not FTX, as long as they're doing things the right way, they're here to stay. They just need to set some proper regulation and make sure they're disclosing things properly. I'll give you a good example. Gemini did a bad job of disclosing that they were FDIC insured because they're not FDIC insured. The bank that they banked with is FDIC insured, but they came out with a statement leading investors to believe that Gemini itself, the exchange, was FDIC insured. It wasn't. Your assets weren't FDIC insured in Gemini. They didn't disclose that properly. So these are the kind of things that we want to see corrected. But this is why Crypto.com, guys, Binance are feeling good. What do you think about this, Blacksea? I mean, how awesome is this to see, actually? You see it here. There's quotes.
I mean, I feel like this is what we always talk about, Kip. Like, we always say you got to read between the lines. And this is literally what we're doing right now. You read between the lines. They're not saying that you got to get out of here, that it's illegal to be a crypto exchange. They're just saying you got to follow the standards, and then they greet you with open arms. Yep. Pay your taxes, pay your dues, and whatever that may be. It may be a little bit rough and maybe a heavy-handed regulation, but as long as you do it, they greet you with open arms. And you know what? I have mixed feelings about that, but I am happy to hear that they're not saying, "Oh, you're a crypto exchange, go to jail." You know what I mean? Yep. I'm happy to see that.
Yep, me too. I'm very excited. Well said. I'm really excited. And good news is actually 91%. I was just about to say 100% of people were looking to say that FCS was guilty, but now only 91%. I want to know who doesn't think that he's guilty. I'm very curious. I mean, hey, to each
We
his
got
own.
SBF watching us, man. It's SBF.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Guys, SBF is a member on the channel. So, he's not, and I don't want him to be. I don't want him to be. Get him out of here. Guys, more FUD. Silvergate Capital actually was FUDed the other day. But look, BlackRock, one of the biggest investment firms in the planet Earth, actually, they increased their stake in this bank that was getting FUDed. And there you go. The market jumped for Silvergate, which was great to see. This just goes back to my point. When there's blood in the streets, I'm looking to buy the dip. It was FUDed. It crashed. And if you had bought the dip, boom, you make a bunch of money. And that's just basically what we see here in crypto. Other crypto banks are getting FUDed. Banks are feeling threatened by crypto banks. Why? Probably because the crypto banks, not only do they do banking, they do crypto banking as well. They're probably at risk of making more money than traditional banks because they're exposed to an extremely, fast appreciating asset that is crypto. And meanwhile, banks are just doing what banks do and kind of looking to get left behind. So more FUD to come on this, guys. Just be ready for it. Don't forget, we're giving away a loaded line of 25,000 subscribers on the channel, and we are currently at 7,000 subscribers. So when we hit 10K subscribers, we're giving away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, and at 25K subs, we're giving away this lion right here to anybody out that does go to our Twitter at _crypto_report. Follow the instructions for this giveaway. Go to our YouTube channel, and if you do become a member on the channel, you do get an additional 10 entries towards these giveaways that we will be doing here, at least for this one and more in the future. What else we got for members, Blacksea? You want to tell them a little bit about our Discord?
Yeah, this private Discord is really cool. You get a little bit more of a one-on-one experience with Crypto Kip and I, and we have NFT whitelist spot giveaways, which I'm really excited to start doing. I'm going to give away NFT alpha and trading signals, and honestly, my favorite part about it is just a little bit more of a tighter-knit community, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. We're really excited. And the more people that get in there, the more fun we can have together. Right now it's pretty much, a couple of us. We got some Slay Maven action. Of course, we got Benny Blue Eyes is very active. He's not with us in the stream today. Benny, I know you're going to watch this later. You broke my heart to know. I'm just kidding. We love you, Benny. We got a lot of great members in this community. Let's Go Crow. We got Texas Hodl Crow. And now Nazar joined us as a member. If you guys want to join, there's a link in the description down below. The more the merrier. We're having a lot of fun on these live streams every Tuesday, Thursday at 5:30 Central Standard Time. Nazar, we'll talk a little bit more about gaming tokens for you, my brother. You talked a little bit about Gala, Mana, Sandbox, a little bit, and some Engine. I love it. I love where your head's at, guys. Blacksea, you know what? I think we're unfortunately out of time for the day, fam, but thanks for joining. I got to get some parting words from my brother, Blacksea. What do you got for the Crow fam out there?
Hey, thanks so much for watching, guys. We do our live streams every Tuesday, Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Can't wait to see you guys on Thursday. And until next time.
Until next time, my friends. So good to be doing another stream with you, my brother, Blacksea, Crow fam, Crypto Report family. Good to have you in the chat. Thanks for joining us, Nazar. That's all we got today. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Do not forget to smash up the like button and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe right now. And as always, you got to remember, folks, you got to remember to DCA, HODL, and of course, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great night. We will see you next time. Peace.